How you guys doing today? Today I will be talking about things that we have learned in Unit 2. I got a little bit of notes. First thing we talked about was obscenity. It deals with sexual explicit speech or material. The first thing that I would compare that to was the case FCC versus Pacifica. You had George Cooling. He used some bad language like shit, fuck, cunt, motherfucker, cocksucker, and tits. All of that is extreme stuff. But then in 1865, they made it illegal to mail obscene pictures or material. You told us that date. But then you had a case where Miller versus California. He mailed some obscene material through mail. He mailed it to a place out in, I think, California. I want to say it's a brochure. He mailed it. No, actually, I tell you about. He mailed it to a restaurant in Newport Beach, California. And mother opened it up and called the police. Miller was arrested and actually charged because he violated the California Penal Code of 3112. Also, a case I can compare that to is Roth versus United States. Samuel Roth, he did some similar things. He had a literary business in New York City. He mailed some things too. He was convicted under the federal statute of criminalizing descending code. He mailed some pornography things through mail. So he went down to. Also, we talked about the YouTube incident where the guy went on stage. And he used the word fuck, but he didn't mean it in a sexual way. He was just excited to receive his award. This is exactly what he said. He said, this is really, really fucking brilliant. But he still got in trouble with that. His name was Bono. He got fined, I think. We talked about the Miller test, all that. We also talked about the CIPA, which is the Children Enact Protect Act. This was when libraries who was receiving government funding, they had to block pornography on their computers, like public schools, libraries, but and the libraries and schools who did not follow the guidelines will lose government funding. But that didn't last too long because in May 2002, the American Literary Association versus U.S. of Freedom District Court ruled that the CIPA violated the First Amendment of adults, because adults, you classify an adult if you're 18 and older. They're the ones who really watch the pornography. But if you're not classified as adult, you're 18 or under. Some more things we talked about was we talked about a couple court cases about cable TV. The Miami, Florida ordinance that happened in early 1980s. It prohibited cable TV system from airing indecent material. But we also talked about in 1985. We're dealing with indecency. We talked about in 1985 in Cruz versus Farrell, and the Superior Court struck down the ordinance. The court ruled that the city could not prohibit indecent material on cable for several reasons. One reason was cable TV does not intrude into the home like broadcasting. Cable programming is available only to those who have the cable attached to their television set. So we talked about two of the main things we talked about in this unit was obscenity and indecency. I learned a lot. We talked about the Miller test, the Janet Jackson situation, how that had something dealing with obscenity. That was when Justin Timberlake, the halftime Super Bowl performance, he pulled a stunt, pulled a boob out. Janet was fined a lot of money for that, stuff like that. But all in all, man, I'm learning a lot in this class. I hope you like this video. One more thing we talked about before I close it. We talked about Title 18, Chapter 71. Can go to jail for selling obscenity stuff. Also, I learned that Title 18, Chapter 1 is not protected by your First Amendment. That's like obscenity. But indecency is protected by your First Amendment. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I learned a lot in Mr. Robinson law class. Hopefully, I learn more. I'm out.